So, we, being me and you, we're doing a little bit of experimenting today. If you remember back in the studio build video, I had just briefly mentioned that I'm renovating my house, which is almost done, finally. That's really put a damper on things here. Well, in doing that, I really kind of embraced the minimalism thing and just axed out a ton of stuff out of my life, and definitely noticed a difference in just the way the whole place feels. But that sparked a whole different idea in my head for my brand. Normally with 38 Rideco, the designs are very bright and bold and heavy-handed and really kind of give you one of those when you look at it. But the whole minimalism thing got me thinking, like, maybe we can make some stuff that isn't like that, that's more subtle and stealthy. Because that's the type of stuff that some people are into. Not everybody wants to wear the big, bold, in-your-face designs. So this could maybe branch us out into a different customer base, and it also kind of keeps us just moving forward and doing different stuff instead of just getting comfortable doing the same thing over and over again. So that's what we're doing here today. It might be the least exciting print that I'll ever show you guys, but usually in the screen printing world, all you ever see is like the biggest, the flashiest designs out there, because that's what grabs people's attention and kind of really shows off your work. But today, let's see if we can do more with less. So we're actually going to be going minimalistic on these things in more ways than one. The first is the print design itself, obviously. Now, this is by far my favorite variation of my logo. There's something about it, I just really like this thing. So we're doing this in a very small 3-inch hit on the front side of the shirt, and that's it. Of course, I'll be printing in a neck label and adding on the hem tag as I do. That's a standard with every single shirt that we make. But as far as like visible print design goes, this is where it stops. Next, we're gonna be kind of printing somewhat tone-on-tone type of deal. We're gonna be doing these on a white tri-blend shirt, which you can see is not entirely white. It's kind of like a off-white with the mix of the gray heathering going on. And then as well as a black tri-blend shirt, which you can tell is not totally black. It's kind of a dark charcoal-y kind of effect. So we're gonna be going with white ink on the white tri-blend, which will be enough for it to definitely stand out and not totally blend in with the shirt, but not so much that it's gonna be like you can see the thing from across the room. And then the same thing with the black tri-blend. We're gonna be doing black ink on this one for that same kind of outcome. And I'm gonna be using plastisol for this one because that little bit of shine that plastisol has and a little bit of build out is gonna be that extra little bit of differentiating factor between the shirt and the print to just kind of help make it look the way I want it to look. And while we're on the topic of the shirt, this is something I feel is very important to mention, especially to the people that have clothing brands out there that are watching this right now, is that when it comes to selling t-shirts, a lot of the time, like 90% of the time, people are paying for the design that's on there. But in this case, since the design is gonna be barely even there in the end, now we have to try and sell people on the shirt quality. And that's part of the reason why I went with the shirts that I did. Half of it was because of the tri-blend look and the tone-on-tone ink. That's gonna be a cool effect. But the biggest reason is that these are probably the highest quality, nicest shirts that I have ever laid my hands on in the whole time that I've been doing this. Now, I'm not gonna tell you exactly which ones these are because I gotta have my own secret sauce, and half my competition watches these videos just as much as you guys do, and I constantly see them plucking things out of here and putting to their own shit, which is totally fine, but I gotta stay that one step ahead. But you can go ahead and do your own research on it. That's why Google exists. I will tell you that there is some very, very high-end blanks out there that you can buy that are 10 times better than what your print shop is probably trying to sell you right now. So have a look around for yourself because you'll be surprised what you can find out there. Well, I think I'm cool with that. Yep. The white heather look turned out sick, so on to the black. So the black didn't really work out the way I wanted to. Even though this shirt isn't exactly black, you can hardly see where the ink is on here at all. I'm this close to it and I can barely tell where it is. So we're gonna have to rethink what I'm doing on this. The way I see it, I've got two options. Number one is, I don't know what you'd call it. I've got a Pantone color that I mixed up a while back that's like, it's not black, it's not blue, it's not gray, it's kind of like a amalgamation of all of them, but it's still a very dark color. I did print it on black shirts before and it stood out on there really nicely, so maybe that will work on here. Or I could go to like a really dark gray, like a cool gray 10C, something like that. I don't know. I'm gonna try that Pantone color first. Let's see if that works. Shit sandwiches. So that one kind of worked. Still pretty tough to tell that it's even there though. So let's try, I got some cool gray 10C mixed up. Let's try that as a last resort. If not, then I might just scrap this one. Those first two colors clearly didn't work for shit, and then my initial thoughts on the gray was it was too light, but now that I put the two side by side, I think it's pretty good. I'm gonna go with that. It looks nice. The two shirts kind of contrast well together. They're very similar, so yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Almost there. Let's get the finishing touches on these things. Well, that wraps it up, so let's go check these bad boys out. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm totally digging this minimalistic shirt idea. Normally, I'm one of those people that wants that kind of big in-your-face print, hence why all the prints in my brand have been like that since day one, but these might have sold me on the less is more thing. I'm really liking this thing I'm wearing right now. And of course, there's the fit, quality, and feel of these shirts. Like I said, this is easily the nicest shirt that has ever come through the print shop in all the printing I've ever done. This is by far my favorite one. I've been wanting to make something with one of these for ages and just couldn't really wrap my head around what I wanted to do, and finally came up with the idea. We did it. Now I realize from a technical aspect, this was easily the least technical print video I could have ever made because these are the easiest prints anyone could ever do, but the technical crazy stuff, it doesn't always have to be about that. Sometimes it can just be about making a product that flows, picking the right print placement, picking the right color of shirt, picking the right color of print, making all that kind of work together, and just coming up with something that people think is cool. The minimalistic shirts, I'm seeing more and more of that, so obviously there are people out there that think it's cool and shit. I'm kind of getting sold on it the longer this shirt is on my body, so I think we got something here. Oh, I got a kitty. Let me know if you guys have ever used the less is more philosophy in making your own stuff, or if you maybe plan on trying it out now after watching this video. That'd be pretty cool to hear. And of course, if you dig these things, you can click the link down below and go pick one up for yourself. Support what we're doing around here. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you again in the next one. Nope. Gotta get the shot. Pants are falling off, buddy. The cat's trying to climb the fucking tripod right now. He's on the tripod. How are you on the tripod right now? Unbelievable. I wish I could film what's happening right now because the cat is literally just chilling on top of the camera. You crazy little bastard. You're an idiot.